I give morning sickness new meaning.
Have you heard from Adam?
No, not since he's been in prison. But that could change at any moment. Adam's being released today.
It gets better and better.
Dixie, this is no lie.
It is ridiculous. Only a writer would come up with something so far-fetched.
Dixie, please. What do I have to say to convince you?
Nothing. You're gonna die? Fine. Do it someplace else, far away from me.
I had some really good leads on a new kidney for Dell. And a liver, too. Not that he needs one. But what about yours? Is it in good working order? Because I know the beam fell on you.
Fine. And the Dell Henry file is just closed. Let's leave it that way.
Yes, boss.
You got that right, and we have lots of work to do.
Well, I don't want you pushing yourself. It's your first day back. Don't overdo it.
I'm fine.
Oh, can I get you a cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
Some tea?
Nope.
How about an exercise?
Jane, we have work to do.
I don't mean to be a nuisance. It's just, I'm really excited you're back.
Yeah. Yes?
Here's the tax file you wanted.
Thank you.
Oh, and Jane? Yeah? This came for you.
When'd you start getting mail at the office?
Oh, I had it sent over here when I was living at the Pinecone Motel. The delivery service was about as reliable as the plumbing. Did you open this?
No, David did, by mistake. He got a pretty good laugh out of it, too.
But you know it's illegal to open other people's mail and read it?
No wonder the penitentiaries are overcrowded.
From Social Security.
Congratulations, Jane. I know you've waited a long time for this.
I don't understand.
Well, that notice says that you are now eligible to collect benefits if you choose to retire.
What?
Lucy, you got some splaining to do.
What are you going to do if Adam comes looking for you?
Well, Adam has no reason to believe that I'm still in Pine Valley.
But you are so easy to find. You're staying at Tad and Dixie's. You're working here.
I know. I really don't want to think about Adam.
Gloria, you can't just ignore the possibility that he's going to want to see you. I mean, you better prepare yourself for that. If not for your sake, at least for the baby.
I know. I do. It's just, it's so scary, you know? I can imagine him sitting in prison just plotting ways to completely wreck my life. And I don't know which one's worse, being someone that Adam loves or someone that Adam hates. I guess he's going to get revenge on anyone who's helped send him to prison. That would be me, Haley, Charlie,
Well, maybe not.
Brooke.
Maybe not. Maybe going to prison was some sort of wake-up call for Adam. Maybe he decided it was time to change.
Do you think that Adam would just walk away? No. I publicly humiliated him. I told him that our marriage was over, and he still wanted us back together.
But you don't.
No, I want to get as far away from Adam as I can possibly get. I'm hoping that this divorce goes through before he can find out that I'm having his baby.
Why? You don't think he would come after the baby, would he?
Maria, we are talking about a man who staged his own kidnapping just to find out if I would stay faithful. Adam will do anything he can to get exactly what he wants. The man has no decency, he has no morality.
Yeah, but to hurt a child?
That is his specialty. Look, if you don't believe me, just ask Dixie. When Junior was first born, he fought for custody. And when that didn't work, he fought again very hard right after Dixie's brother Will died. Adam wants a little baby that he can shape and he can mold into his own image.
I thought my dad was overbearing.
I'm not going to let him have my child. My child deserves a good life and a happy life, and he's not going to get a chance at either one of those with Adam. Don't tell anyone that I'm pregnant. Do not let the word get around. Just please keep my secret.
I won't. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm great at keeping secrets.
No more secrets. I came to tell the truth, and I'm not leaving until I do.
You don't have a choice. You get out of my house before I call the police.
You were there when Palmer read my hospital bill from San Antonio. It was over $100,000. Palmer said that was awful steep for a simple bout of pneumonia. Well, he was right.
Oh, so your being sick was a lie, too?
No, I had pneumonia. I said I had a bad reaction to the antibiotics.
You said a lot, Dell, and all of it has been lies.
The antibiotics blew out a kidney. I'm down to one, and it's going fast, Dixie. I'm on dialysis twice a week now.
I work at the hospital. If you were on dialysis, you know, you'd think I
You
would
remember
know.
the day you called me outside of Dr. Walsh's office? I said I was there to do research on my book.
Yeah, another lie.
Yeah, I lied because I didn't want you to know. But I was there for dialysis.
I can check this out, you know.
I'll save you the trouble.
A shunt.
My veins were collapsing. It got harder and harder to find one for dialysis. So Walsh hooked me up with this. Only this is not working too well either. You believe me now, Dixie? Is this proof enough?
Look, how do you know that Jane Cox is dangerous?
I don't, really. That's why I came to you.
Look, Laura, I want to help. I mean, I really do, but, you know, I got a lot on me today. This thing going down later on, look, if you don't have any hard evidence, there's no way...
What about circumstantial evidence, huh?
Such as?
Well, Jane and Kendall have recently become buddy-buddy.
Go on.
The night of Mona Tyler's visitation, I was walking through the parking lot of the funeral home, and I saw the two of them together. And Jane was asking Kendall to keep her secret, whatever that is.
Interesting. You must have seen them right after Jane ushered Kendall away from Erica. Now, I thought that was kind of strange myself. You know, I even mentioned it to Trevor.
And then the night that you arrested Adam Chandler, I walked in on the two of them upstairs. They were really tight. I can't figure out what the basis of this friendship is. I thought at first that Jane might have volunteered at Greenbrier when Kendall was doing time there for perjury. And so I asked her about this. And she said no, really vehemently. And when I mentioned this to Dimitri, he wondered if Jane and Kendall might have been cellmates at Greenbrier.
And that's where I come in.
You know, I know it's asking a lot. I just don't want to see Trevor get hurt anymore, not after losing Natalie. And Timmy and Amanda have been through so much this year. It's
better
just...
be safe than sorry, right? But I doubt if we'll find anything. I mean, you know, this woman is a little twisted, but that doesn't make her Lizzie Borden.
Hey, I hope you're right, for Trevor's sake. So how do we find out for sure?
Well, we let our fingers do the walking. The office computer is tied into the National Criminal Data Bank. If Jane Cox has a record, we're going to find it there.
So, well, what are you waiting for? Let's walk.
Well, 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 Ms. Cox.
If that is your real name, just what are you up to?
Well, there's obviously some mistake. I mean, I'm not 62.
Oh, I don't know. You ever had a facelift?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Stop staring at me. It's just a mix-up.
Oh, I don't see one. Look, here's your name, and look, here's your social security number.
Listen, you haven't got some really messed up portrait stashed in the attic in Myrtle, do you?
No, it's clear that it's just been, you know, some mistake by some bureaucrat. It's just a bureaucratic boondoggle.
Methinks she doth protest too much. Come on, admit it. You just don't want us to know how old you are.
Or your beauty secrets.
Look, enough with the jokes already. It'll probably take me till I'm 62 to convince some bitter, bureaucratic drone that I'm not the same Jane Cox they think I am.
Well, my full name is Wilma Jane Cox Marlowe. I certainly hope there isn't a problem. Mr. Parsons?
Just a moment.
The only good thing about turning 62 is getting your Social Security. I only want what's mine.
Sorry, you're not eligible.
What? No. There must be some mistake. Check again. Oh, please, Mr. Parsons. You see, I don't have a husband to take care of me. It's just so terrible to be old and alone.
I found the problem.
What? What is it?
You're ineligible because you're still working.
I haven't worked in years. I've been traveling the world on cruise ships, trying to take the sting out of loneliness. I may have relied on the kindness of strangers, but I never have done anything illegal or taxable.
My records show that Wilma Jane Cox Marlowe is still taking home a paycheck.
How is that possible? I don't even have a home to take a check to. I sleep on the floor at my son-in-law's house. I know I'm in the way there, but I can't afford anything better. I'm broke, Mr. Parsons, penniless. I need my Social Security for food, medicine. Excuse me, I shouldn't get excited. Could you please be a dear and find out what this terrible mix-up is? I will die if I don't get that money. I'll just die.
It's true. You really are sick.
You believe me now?
For what it's worth. Yeah, I believe you.
Good. And maybe you can understand why I did some of the things I did.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I came close a few times, but it just never felt right. And then it was too late. And I didn't want your pity.
I have the right to know.
Because we're family?
Because I respect the truth and the people who tell it.
You make that sound so simple, but it was more complicated than
Why?
that. I had a lot to work through. Why I got sick, what I was going to do. I'm not perfect, Dixie. I don't have all the answers. Lots of people do great on dialysis for years, but it's not working too well for me on account of a thing called hypercoagulation. They tell me I'm going to need a donor pretty soon or I'm going to die.
Well, it sounds like you have a chance.
Yeah, I got a shot. That's why I took the money from Dimitri. The only reason. I'm up to my neck in debt. No hospital's going to perform a transplant on me without the cash up front. So now I've got some money. All I need is...
That's why it's so complicated. Why you lied. You want me to give you one of my kidneys.
That's right. I do.
You want one of my kidneys?
I know it's a lot to take in.
You came into my life. You said all the right things about love and family. You even saved Tad's life. Just to soften me up so that when you finally asked me to be a donor that I would say, sure.
Maybe that was true at first.
You admit
but...
it? You stand here in my house asking for a part of my body, and you admit it? That you set me up?
I said that was true at first, Dixie.
I can't even believe this. I mean, you didn't even come here to know me. You came here to check out the merchandise.
Can you blame me?
Yes, I certainly can.
What was I supposed to do? Just pop in and say, hi, Dixie, I'm your long-lost brother. I'd love to chat. But first, can you come to the hospital and donate a kidney? Maybe afterwards we can catch a movie? Would you have agreed to that?
Well, you
No.
didn't even give me a choice.
You wanted me to be honest. You be honest. You would have taken one look at me and seen our daddy in my eyes, Dixie, and shut the door in my face. So I lied. I had to. I had to get to know you first. You think it was easy? That I enjoyed it? Well, I didn't. I was sick to my stomach. I couldn't even look in the mirror. But I didn't have a choice. You were my only hope.
Is there anything else that I should know here? I mean, a little more plot twists or secret surprises, anything like that? If so, I would really like to hear it now.
There is one more thing.
I knew it.
Sure threw me for a loop.
What?
I came to Pine Valley out of need. Selfish, self-serving need. But after I met you, got to know you, what a wonderful person you are, I couldn't help myself.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't just see you as the woman who can save my life anymore. I see you as my sister. I've come to love you, Dixie. No matter what Tad and Palmer think, I love you.
Jane, do me a biggie. Do the paperwork on the IRS stuff. I start to sweat whenever I look at it.
Fine. What else can I do?
Hi, Tad. We need to talk.
You can show Palmer the door, and then show him a window.
You're hiding something.
No, actually, that's what clothes are for.
Save the sophomore jokes. I'm here to talk about Dell Henry. You know something about that man. I don't. What is it? As Dixie's uncle, I have every right to know what's going on.
Speaking of Dixie, Jane, hold down the fort. Palmer, get a life. I'm going home.
We're not finished.
Yes, we are.
No, you're not leaving this office until I get some answers. Last night you told Dell to go get whatever he needed elsewhere. What does that mean? What does Dell need?
Plumber, for the last time, leave it alone.
Will you give me one good reason why I should?
Sure, history.
What the blazes is that supposed to mean?
It means whenever it comes to Dell Henry, all you do is make a bad situation worse. Oh, you want to be reminded? Need we forget the scene you made at my wedding? Or what about when you had that guy Crowell investigate him, huh? Or what about when Opal walked into Adam's party with Dell on her arm instead of you? My point is, for once in your nosy, meddlesome life, just leave well enough alone.
I am neither nosy or meddlesome.
Yes, you are!
Oh. Oh. You know what's going on, don't you? I'll pay you handsomely for any information you can give me.
I wouldn't worry about Dell Henry if I were you.
Oh, why not?
Because he's no longer a threat to Tad or Dixie.
Yeah, but he was, wasn't he?
I didn't say that.
Tad has taken you into his confidence, hasn't he?
He's my boss. We talk.
You know exactly what Dell did.
Look, I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Blasted woman!
Okay. Look, you were right about Dell. I mean, he wasn't on the up and up. But Dixie's safe, honest. There's nothing for you to worry about anymore. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I've got to fill out these tax forms and get them in the mail today.
Oh. He let you deal directly with the IRS?
The IRS thought Orsini underpaid his corporate taxes last year. I met with them when Tad was in the hospital, and I proved that they owed us a big refund.
You face those governmental hounds all by yourself?
Just me and my little calculator. I'm good with numbers. I always have been. Remember when I was a little girl, my sister used to have her friends over. They'd be outside playing, and I'd be inside alone doing my math homework. It's a little hard to concentrate over the laughter and my ma watching TV, yelling stupid answers at stupid quiz shows. But I showed them. I showed them all.
Well, Tad's very lucky to have such an intelligent and devoted and beautiful employee.
I thank you, Mr. Cortland.
I'm curious about one thing, however. Just how devoted are you to Tad?
Very. I mean, he's a wonderful boss. He's so kind and generous and caring. Why do you ask?
I have a proposition for you.
All right. Look, I'm sorry about that. There's this thing going down later on, a lot of details to tend to. Where were we?
We were about to check to see if Jane Cox was ever an inmate at Greenbrier.
Right, okay. Sorry. Jane Cox was never at Greenbrier.
Darn. I was sure that was where they knew each other from. Could you check to see if Jane Cox has any kind of a criminal record in another state, maybe?
Well, maybe I ought to check with Interpol while I'm at it, too, huh?
Well, look, okay, I'm carried away, perhaps, with this, but Timmy and Amanda are in this woman's care. For their sake, could you please just humor me?
Okay, but I hope you're wrong about this.
What's that? Why is it doing that?
It looks like we struck pay dirt. Jane Cox does have a rap sheet.
Jane has a rap sheet?
Says so right here. See for yourself.
Wow, convicted felon. For what?
Let's find out. Jane Cox was convicted for grand theft auto, grand larceny.
I knew it. I knew she was hiding something. That's why she's so nervous all the time. That's why she's always looking over her shoulder. Oh, wait till Trevor...
Well, not so fast, not so fast. It says right here that Jane Cox is currently serving 5 to 10 years in the California State Penitentiary.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, see for yourself. This says she's sentenced 2 weeks ago.
Well, could there be another Jane Cox?
Yeah. No.
Oh, I see.
Hey, lighten up, Laurel. I mean, this is good news, you know? We wouldn't want Trevor dating a felon, would we? I mean, heck, it was bad enough that he was married to Janet Green, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. It's just that
She
Jane...
rubs you the wrong way, huh?
Don't you find her strange?
Look, if she makes Trevor happy, who are we to butt in?
I'm sorry, Derek. I just can't get over the feeling that something is not right.
You know what, Laurel? I had those same feelings about you, but I gave you a second chance. And now look at us. We're good friends, right? Maybe you should do the same with Jane.
All right, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Jane's never done anything to me. And she makes Trevor happy. Okay. Jane Cox is off my hit list.
Job? What kind of a job?
Oh, just a temporary part-time accountant for my ever-growing, ever-profitable Cluck empire.
Well, I'm flattered.
Well, you seem to have a head for numbers. You know your way around a computer, and you're loyal to your bosses, even that empty-headed Tad.
Stop right there. I have a very high regard for my boss, Tad.
Well, you and everybody else. Amazing. Puzzling. Well, do you want the job or don't you?
I'd never quit my job here at Orsini.
Oh, well, listen, you could work for me at night. I'll even throw in a 3-piece meal with your choice of fixins. Now, that's a $3.99 value for free. You never have to cook dinner again.
You know, I do like to consider Tad's family just like my own family. Maybe I could help you out.
Well, good. Oh, I hope this isn't going to interfere with your private life.
No, I was doing some babysitting for Trevor for a while, but certain things have conspired to change that.
Well, Trevor's loss is my gift. When can you begin?
Anytime. But there is one more thing.
All right. I'll throw in the dessert, but don't tell Opal. She is miserly to the core.
The dessert's fine. I need to be paid off the books.
Ooh, you are a shrewd one, aren't you, Jane? Why give the government more tax money just to squander?
Well, it's nothing to do with the money. It's the paperwork. You know, the tax withholding, Medicare, FICA, it's just too much trouble.
I hope I haven't put you to too much trouble.
Just doing my job.
It must be so exciting to hold people's destiny in your hands. My, they're such big, strong hands, too. Tell me, Anthony, does Uncle Sam pay well?
For the mind-numbing drudgery of a dead-end job? Yes.
I thought so. State and county workers don't dress nearly as well as you feds. Did your wife pick out that tie?
I'm divorced.
Well, everyone makes mistakes. My first husband was a loser. He did give me one beautiful daughter, though. Sweet Natalie. She died just a little over a year ago. I miss her so much. What? What's it saying? Do I get my money?
Wilma Jane Cox Marlowe keeps on coming up as active in the workforce.
Well, I'm active, but not in the workforce. Would you be a dear, please, and get to the bottom of this so I can start collecting benefits?
I'll do my best, but it may take a while.
Men who do their best always take a while, but not too long. I need that money.
You can count on me, Wilma.
Oh, thank you, Anthony. I will be ever so grateful.
You gave me the chance to be your brother. I know I blew it. But what you did for me, what you mean to me, God, I'm a writer and I can't even find the words. I'm jealous. I know that much.
You're jealous?
Will had all those years with you. I envy the bond that you two had, the love that got you through the bad times. I wish it had been me. But hey, I can't complain. Better late than never. You showed me what family is all about. You defended me to your Uncle Palmer, and didn't flat out condemn me for being Seabone's son. And you let me help you through some rough times. Give and take through good times and bad. That's family. That's why I had to tell you everything. I love you, Dixie.
You love what you can get from me.
No, I love you, and I always will, whether you decide to be my donor or not. For the record, it would be pretty safe, but there are no guarantees. Just because we're the same blood type doesn't mean we'd be a match. And there's a risk having one kidney, because something could happen to it. But the big problem is, you wouldn't be advised to have any more children.
That's not true.
I talked to Maria about it. She said...
I had a client who donated a kidney to her cousin, all right? And she got pregnant. She had a beautiful baby boy, and she's perfectly fine now.
Maria said you had high blood pressure when you carried Junior.
Well, that's true, but, I mean, that's when I was pregnant. I certainly don't have it now.
She said if you got pregnant, it could go up again. You could develop a thing called malignant hypertension. It could blow out the one kidney you have left, and you'd end up in the same boat as me. I know what having Tad's baby means to you. It's your dream. And you've got every right in this world to fulfill that dream. I've said my piece. That's it, no pressure. You take the time that you need, or you tell me now. But whatever you decide is fine with me.
Prorate the capital gains for the term of the payout and factor in accelerated depreciation. Bingo. Great big refund. You think you've got a good head for numbers, Janet? Not. Your number's up. Your Social Security number, that is. Go away. Can't you see I'm busy? Not to mention stupid. It was a big mistake stealing Wilma's Social Security number. You worry too much. And you don't worry nearly enough. Wilma's near retirement age. I mean, if she doesn't blow the whistle on you, someone at Social Security will. And Jane Cox will be exposed for who she really is. And your lies will peel away like leaves of an artichoke.
Shut up! I hate artichokes.
You'll lose your freedom and your daughter and any hope you ever had of getting them back. No, that's not going to happen. If you can't, things are going too well. Well, they were until Wilma lumbered into town. Don't worry about Wilma. I'll take care of her. I'll deal with her just like I dealt with Harold. I don't think she'll take too well to being drugged and dumped in a moving van. Oh, I don't know about that. She loves to travel. And she won't need dog tags on her collar to find her way home. Don't worry about Mommy Meanest. I'll take care of her one way or another.
So how am I doing, Dr. Clayton?
Well, everything is well within normal range, except your blood pressure, which is a little high.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Well, you and your baby aren't in any immediate danger, but I would urge you, Gloria, to watch your diet and avoid any stress.
I will.
Be sure you do, for your sake and your baby's.
Thank you, Dr. Clayton.
If no is your answer, I'll accept it. Never mention it again.
Go on. Tell him. Say no.
Ted, how long have you been standing there?
Long enough. Long enough to know what you want. You make me sick. You know that? After everything you've done here, coming here, you got some freaking nerve asking her to risk her life just to save yours.
I just came clean from start to finish, admitted all my screw-ups. And yes, asked Dixie to help me. But don't tell me that you wouldn't have done the same thing.
If you don't get out of here right now, I swear you're not going to live long enough to need a transplant.
Ted, don't.
You see, you can't.
This is between Dell
Honey,
and
you,
me.
You just can't do what he wants.
Ted. I think you should go now.
Is this your way of saying no?
Yeah, right, it is. Go on, honey, tell him.
I just want to think about it.
I meant what I said. No pressure. You will be my sister, Dixie, no matter what.
You tell me that you did that just to get rid of him. That you're not considering it. Dixie. Dixie.
Sunday, saddle up and hang on for our adventure at the rodeo. This is Willow Bay. Also meet NYPD Blues Gordon Clapp and go backstage at the Emmys on Good Morning America Sunday here on ABC.
Will a chance encounter give Marty and Dylan a fresh start at friendship? Watch One Life to Live next.